To experience peace, you must be peaceful. To experience love, you must be loving. To experience life, you must be alive. Now, this is what we call a paradox, and it is a key element in understanding ourselves and the world we live in. I like to explore this deeper later, but for now, I like to just remember this. It is an important key. Okay? With that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and what am I doing here right now. So, hi and welcome. Thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for connecting with me, and congratulations, you found me. I'm an artist based in Los Angeles, California. I'm an actor, a singer, and a songwriter, and also a storyteller. So I also write stories. They will ideally become films in the future. Maybe, who knows? But um, uh, my background is kind of like since I was a kid and a teenager, I always had a very curious mind, which is a fancy way to say of saying that I used to like talking a lot and asking a lot of questions about everything to everybody all the time. That is true. Um, and that curiosity is what made me embark into a real life journey, my own life, searching for the answers to the questions that I was really longing for. So, as me and my friends were talking about what to do after school graduation, what kind of work you want to do, and all these things, I was on my own also thinking about questions that I didn't seem to see other people talking about at that moment. And these questions were more philosophical or even existential sometimes. But there was a feeling to those questions that um, it was it was a high energy. It was a high energy feeling with the questions itself, and it was so exciting for me to think about finding the answer to these questions. And these questions were things like, wow, I don't remember being born. So how did I get here? Where was I before I was born in this body? Okay. Or, if how come if I have a body, I don't remember choosing my face, like how it looks like, or I don't remember building the body, like all these things in my body. I don't even know how they work. So how do I have a body without knowing how to make a body? So there were just questions like that, and I felt kind of lonely for a while, trying to understand those things. Once in a while, I will find somebody, meet somebody, cross path with somebody at school that was kind of also interested on these things, and it will be very lovely, very lovely to talk with other people about these things. But really, for a long time, I felt very lonely in the search for these answers, okay, to these questions that I was interested in. Um, so now that I have navigated my own life and I have collected a lot of experience and knowledge, I like to share that with other people. Perhaps because it might be helpful. It might be for them to know that they're not alone. They don't have to be. To know that these things are very natural, and to recognize that they are very important as well. It seems like a lot of people are very focused on things that are important, but in a different level, in a different degree. Okay, and to me, these things are very, very important. Like to understand the meaning of your own life. That's that's a big thing to think about, and I think making peace with those things, regardless in whatever way the answer comes to you, will create a sense of relief that is like nothing else. It really is a sense of finding your own peace with knowing or not knowing things about yourself in your life. Um, so that's kind of a brief introduction of how life itself guided me and expanded my understanding of the human experience forever, to the point that I cannot go backwards. It is just what I am. So it's not something that I'm making an effort to be. It's something that naturally and gradually it was unfolding until now that it became more obvious and more clear. Um, so one of the things I recognize in during this time is that there is a clearance of mental and emotional interference. Anything that is interfering between me and reality itself, anything, was clearing away from my life. Any experiences, events, activities, people, thoughts, all kinds of stuff, they were just clearing, 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 clearing. And then there was a moment of clarity. There was like a direct contact with reality without the story in my head, constantly trying to figure out what things are, what they mean. Okay, which is also ironic, maybe paradoxical, but that's the magic. That's what I was saying at the beginning. The paradox is a very important thing to understand. It's a key. It's a key that unlocks a particular door in there. It's very, very nice. So that's basically the background of my own story and what I'm doing here right now. So I'm gonna organize the information, my story, to tell you about it, and I'll just make videos. It's a very easy way to communicate ideas. It's fast. Who knows? They might be entertaining or not. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna let it unfold as I'm making them. But I can tell you that this is for you if you are interested in expanding your awareness and your consciousness and you are interested in emotional healing and in general life wellness. It's also for people that are already consciously walking a path of liberation or spiritual liberation. It's also for people that are already not consciously walking a path of spiritual liberation. And it's also for anyone. Okay, everybody's welcome. Um, it's it's a human connection. What's happening here is humanity. It's what's happening here in the background, I guess, or it's a fundamental level. So everybody's welcome. Anyone's welcome. Okay, and I appreciate your time. Um, and I hope to be helpful in some form. So let's see if I wonder how long this video is. So we're like in the 8 minute mark. So let's keep it around here for now. But subscribe to the channel and click the little bell so you get a notification when the next video is published. And feel free to make a comment or ask any questions if you like to. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, thanks again. Bye for now.